Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and Chip Chan is once again revisited. Well, not once again, this is my second Chip Chan video. Now if you don't know Chip Chan is an interesting rabbit hole to go down. She is a South Korean internet celebrity, so to speak, and she has unfortunately mentioned many things, like mind control weapon. She has blasted South Korean police for basically not taking her seriously and slowly but surely ending her and causing her great pain. Now, Chip Chan, last time we covered her, was a pretty popular rabbit hole to go down. I actually came across this several times over several years. This is one of those rabbit holes that I sort of keep on my regular rotation of investigations. I remember being in 4chan threads coming across Chip Chan investigations. It is a wild rabbit hole to go down. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because Chip Chan was an individual that streamed every single day consistently, to the point where when I first covered Chip Chan, she was actually live streaming on that moment on that day. You could actually go in, you could probably dig up the archive from around that point where I actually went into the stream, chatted to her using my actual YouTube account, and it's cataloged for YouTube to have right there. Now, the reason that this video is made is if you go to Chip Chan's account right now, it's active. She's got 8.4 thousand subscribers. She's got the banner that is Mind Control Weapon. And she is not uploaded or live streamed for the last 9 months. What am I saying? Now, there's a lore behind this, but like all pieces of lore, we're going to go into this bit by bit. Now, of course, you can see that she has a community of individuals that come around. Unfortunately, the views plateaued at 73,000 because people are left wondering where Chip Chan actually is. If you go into her comment section over here, Pig shut down streaming to hide the secret of mind control weapon. Pig in this case, or P, is the South Korean police that unfortunately she believes is working against her. There's Chip Chan actually just sitting over there, minding her own fucking business.
고객 가장에 더러운 말로 망신시킨 줄 몰라요. 2007년부터
There's literally just Chip Chan sitting. In fact, if you can see past this, like, just jumble, Korean mafia police are together with Pig, make camera. Now, if you go down over here, she hasn't streamed in a month. I hope she's okay. She is saying he's trying to kill me, stop me, but I am still streaming. Nobody gonna stop me. I hope that everything is okay. I really do. Absolutely, we hope everything is fucking okay. Now, this whole situation, unfortunately, while one could say Chip Chan has disappeared, she's basically shown up under a website called Kakao that I was unable to sign up into. It's a South Korean streaming service where you can actually view her streams, but I think she's not even streaming there anymore. What drew me into this situation was her blog. Now, she actually runs a blog, and we've covered this last time, where she actually gave updates about what has actually happened to her over the course of all these months. So if you look into these posts, they're actually kind of fucking chilling, okay? Now, if you go into this first post, this is all the way back, all right, 8/05/2020, so they're all really from this year, where she says, I can't stream on YouTube streaming because Pig manipulates electricity, the PC, the cell phone, so this blog is the only method that I can express myself and my situation right now. I can't tolerate any more Pig breaks into my house every 2 days. Pig thinks it's like Pig's house. More diary of mind control weapon stalking. So this has been going on for fucking years. This has been going on for almost over a decade at this point. Like, you could find posts about Chip Chan all the way dating back. This is not new. Okay, unfortunately, Chip Chan has been dealing with this for fucking years, okay? And this all boils down to a bit of a mental illness. In fact, a lot of it. I'm actually downplaying it at this point. And there's a reason why I'm covering this video, because there's some really shitty things that have been happening because of all this. Now, later on, she posts, Pig broke in 14th August 2020. Pig broke in and I can't tolerate. These are mosquito bites, not acne or pimple. Pig manipulates all bugs. Again, it's a mind control weapon, so it's expected to happen. And she basically shows off what are mosquito bites. Now, I've been in Asia. I don't know if South Korea is the same necessarily as India. Probably not. There's just not a whole lot of wild, wholesome rusticness that happens in South Korea. I would believe that happens in India. But she's got mosquito bites. It happens. I've had mosquito bites at night too, but I'm not going to assume that that's the cops manipulating the bugs. But you can start to see the mentality of Chip Chan sort of bleed here. Pig broke into my house 1930 to 22. I cannot tolerate this Korean cops in charge of the mind control weapon. We all know what Pig has done, but they are together. Whenever I go outside, Pig makes me unconscious and drags me somewhere. Pig implants MCW, steals my stuff. Pig manipulates all kind bugs. This is one of insect terror. These are ants. Pig usually uses flies on the fish, so I cover the net to avoid flies. Then Pig uses ants. Thousands of ants attract the fish. So we're getting into the science of like fucking bug control, which again, it's wild. Now it gets even fucking scarier when you get to the Pig drags me somewhere after making me unconscious. Believing that this P character, or the South Korean police in this case, are extending this shit and taking her to places that she really doesn't want to be. Mosquito bug terror, I went to Australia 2005, New Zealand, Canada 2006 to escape from Pig. But Pig sent subordinates, law enforcement in other countries most likely. First day of February 2006, I saw Pig in New Zealand. Pig makes me unconscious while I am awake with my eyes open, walking in the streets, and drags me somewhere for at least 5 to 10 minutes whenever I go outside. I don't know what happened since I was unconscious. This happens for at least more than 10 times a day. So it means 300 times a month I got kidnapped. That's a fucking big claim, Jesus Christ. Pig implants MCW all over my body, gives me an injection to a vein, steals my belongings like phone, money, watches, breaks phones, bags, shoes, clothes, waters batteries not to make me use. So yeah, clearly she has, she really believes that the South Korean police, and again, if you think this is fake, this has been going on for years, for several years. This is a story that unfortunately has no end, it seems. Pig broke into my house from 1:28 to 8:10, November 1st, 2020, the whole night. I cannot tolerate Pig broke into my house again from 1999. Pig has broken in for 6 hours every morning, so I had moved, even to Australia, New Zealand, Vancouver, to Calgary, Canada. Mind control weapon, script 2020, spread please. And then you get into Pig broke into my house, mosquito, bug terror, Pig broke in, image of mind control weapon. And that's, of course, the image. That would be where the mind control weapon is stored, and how P is manipulating her. Now, here she mentions Chip Chan. This is luckily, if I'm right, from the 20th of this month, November 2020, that she says, I find it really shocking. Chip Chan is that famous. The result of Chip Chan, around 600,000 results in Google search. I really appreciate whoever spreads my stories. I have protested holding the pick in front of Korean Police Agency and Police Agency of Seoul District since 2008. So all the cops related to MCW know what happened to me, and they all visited to take a pic of me and saw me streaming my blogs, and they're all together, and the Pig has made me... All right. The Pig has made me unconscious. I stayed there 24 hours until Pig makes me conscious. They are as vicious as the Pig. Pig are pigs. They pretend helping me, but abused, threatening me with police cars with stunning lights and sirens. And this is why we're getting to the next section over here, okay? Because this is where the community around Chip Chan gets fucking scary. At least a few bad actors in this whole situation. Now, one of the stickies in the R Chip Chan thread, that if you go to it, actually legitimately tells you that Chip Chan is a paranoid schizophrenic. Many people have reached out to her in the past. All that's ever been accomplished by doing so is terrifying her or worsening her paranoia in a way that cannot be fixed, which is common for people who have paranoid schizophrenia, okay? I think the only thing that's more intense than paranoid schizophrenia is like catatonic schizophrenia. Chip Chan is an adult. She has, within her rights, refused all the few healthcare options available to her. As she is an adult, we cannot force her to do anything, which is true. You can't just force anyone to do anything unless Chip Chan is harmful to society. At that point, the state steps in and fix it. And I believe that's how it works in South Korea. I think that's mostly how it works all around North America anyways. I think most first world countries have similar applications when it comes to people. If they're causing trouble to other people around them, they have to step in, you know, even if they have to step in and provide help. At that point, it's for the safety of the people around. Mental health care does not really exist in South Korea, but Chip is not alone. It is strongly believed P is a healthcare agent that helps her, which is Pig for all people that have been following the blog posts up until now. It has been said that her landlord and the local police know about her and help her. Chip already has a support system. Yeah, so if you think you're going to help her, which some people have tried to, like, reach out and, like, find her in real... you're only aggravating the fucking situation, and you should just chill out. Do not attempt to reach out to her. Do not attempt to find out where she lives. You aren't helping when you suggest going to find her. Yeah, absolutely, you're not. That's just aggressing the whole fucking situation right there, and you need to seek help if you're fucking doing that. Now, if you look at Chip Chan, she starts mentioning the victims of the mind control weapon, and she's not the only one. For instance, right over here, she starts mentioning how many Korean people are actually killed by the cops, allegedly using this MCW, which she lists 2 articles, all right, and a couple of YouTube videos that you can actually look up right now, where there are news reports of unfortunate suicidal events that she believes have been brought on by the MCW, the mind control weapon. To Chip Chan, these aren't just, these aren't just people taking their lives. These are people that have had their lives taken away from them from this weird corrupt faction in the police system anyways. Here's another blog post that was actually found that's a bit separate from whole Chip Chan situation, and one can actually go in and I think Wayback Machine this and find out that this is legitimate, right? This is from 2007, guys. Like, this is some old ass fucking shit. Now, if you look into it, because everything is true, if you call whatever number, Jongro 3 subway investigation, they say, hey, they sue, but I avoid. Or they prepare to sue and excuse and excuse. Every time different answer to different people, all are lies. They usually try to avoid this case to tell the people insisting I am insane, because it is easier for them to evade their crime. They say I was in a mental hospital, but it happened when I tried to reveal the whole their 10-year stalking story. They felt afraid for their stalking crime. 2 of them took me to the mental hospital, and they say to the doctor I'm crazy because I say police are after me. The doctor did not suspect the cops and put me in the mental hospital. The doctor believed the cops. He thinks anyone say police is after him or her, she or he is crazy. Anyone who is not good with cops are crazy. I'm not. The corrupted police are still trying to make me lose my temper by chasing me with police cars and other things like 10 years ago. Which, if the South Korean police are doing, I'm pretty sure they're just aggravating the fucking situation anyways. This is fucked up. All right, this is like really weird. But I'm not going to just sully the whole country of South Korea and Seoul's, police force over just one person. I'm sure there's multiple sides to a fucking story. And like we've seen in the people that have really stuck with this investigation, P, or the pig in her case, is actually a healthcare worker actively trying to help her. But unfortunately, with schizophrenia, it's not exactly easy to have that come across. Chip Chan is hearing multiple voices and feeling multiple thoughts at the same time. It's not fucking easy. Now, some of the characters who were bad actors in the situation, and I'm going to cover it real quick. Some of these people, and I might have to blur out this name, but all right. I don't know if that I don't think Reddit names are actually privacy policy or anything, but this is a really scary situation. This is just one bad actor that unfortunately I have to call out because this is a perfect example of what not to do with somebody who has actual mental illnesses, and this is not going to help them. Hi all, I've been following Chip for years, since before I even went to college. I'm surprised that nobody has ever actually just went over to save her. You fucking can't just do that. We should feel lower than dirt for not actually just tracking her down and talking some sense into her. She is a charming girl, and frankly, I would marry her to give her US citizenship and become her legal guardian. I'm willing to fly to Korea alone if someone can help with the relevant information, address, any possible tips. I personally don't speak Korean, but as Chip speaks English, I'm hoping to get by with some serious Duolingo Korean cramming. But if any others want to join me, the more the merrier. We can save her. I'm ready to take action. You can DM me if the information is too private. I would suggest that we make this trip in December. It would give us some time to work on our Korean, and as Chip is apparently a Christian, we could possibly bring her Christmas gifts to show her that we really are there to support her. Let's fucking don't, dude. God damn, this is some creepy shit. You want to know what? Just in the first paragraph, when you would marry someone to give them US citizenship and become their fucking legal guardian, you need fucking help for that shit. That is some scary goddamn stuff, dude. You're not helping the situation. You think she's gonna be just fine marrying some Randy off the internet and then letting them bait? She can't tolerate anybody coming near her, and you're talking about marriage? How fucking weird is that, dude? Gross. Like that's just going to worsen the situation. Hell, this is one of the biggest reasons I'm making the video, a follow-up video, because you get weird shit like this. Sorry, story about Chip and Joker. Fucking Christ. I just saw Joker yesterday and it made me feel a lot of things. Definitely see it if you can. It inspired me to do a little writing. See, Chip reminds me of the alienated nature of Joaquin Phoenix's character. Big heart, but misunderstood in a heartless society. So I wrote this little story about them sort of helping each other. I watched Joker, dog. All right, my boy Robert De Niro got the fucking gat put in him. You know what I mean? That wasn't Gucci. Scene: Sunday morning. Chip is on the computer. Joker just woke up. Joker walks out of room with a grin. Why, hello, nurse. Want to hear a joke? Chip: no, I'm worried about those people. Nothing makes me laugh. Joker: why don't we put a smile on that face? Walks up and pulls out flowers out of nowhere. See? Not so hard. Chip, I feel like I'm genuinely reading a creepypasta. This is the closest thing to a creepypasta y'all have gotten. Chip takes flowers and smiles. Oh, thanks. I'm glad I have someone like you. Gives him big hug. What are you doing today, Joker? Starts laughing evilly. I'm going to show this society what it means to be a clown. Chip, hey, you aren't going to hurt anyone, are you? Joker lights a cigarette. What if I am? This society doesn't value me for squat, Chip. Jake, don't let Thomas Wayne get... Oh, dude, it's in universe. Fucking... Just fuck my eyeballs. This is bad. God, this is terrible. We don't have time to play their games. We have our own place. Joker smiles. Chip, you're the sweetest. How about I stay home and we order some sushi? Chip stands up and gets close to Joker's face. What's the punchline? Joker says there is no punchline. Kisses her on the lip. This is... Like, you know how they have a level of fucking, like, 0 to like, weird champ? You're on fucking, you need to be arrested by the federal services level. You've already skipped, like, 10 fucking football fields of weird. Each of these uploads have been gradually getting, like, shorter and sporadic with time. Before, Chip Chan was actually uploading, like, hour-long streams I would actually go back and look into. This was way, way, way back. Like, some of these streams that are, like, super-duper old, like, for instance, lasted 8 fucking hours. So clearly, whatever system she had, whatever she was running, was slowly coming to a wit's end. I mean, 9 months ago she was streaming 6 hours, but then she had these smaller videos where she was covering certain things, maybe desktop capturing here and there. But yeah, unfortunately, all of this came down to a giant stop. The house of cards has eventually tipped over. Chip Chan, who was locked in her house, streaming effectively to, I guess, prove the mind control weapon. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know for now is that she is, as far as I know, more stable than she has ever been. Chip Chan might have, quote-unquote, disappeared from YouTube, but she is probably in better hands right now, most likely, giving the care and attention she definitely needs. And unfortunately, if Chip Chan wants to reject the help that is available to her, that's completely her own fucking prerogative. And unfortunately, there's not anything anybody can do to force her to go a certain way. It's just never gonna fucking happen, people. But one thing that I'm kind of happy about is that the streaming has stopped. I feel like if anything, the streaming sort of aggravated the situation to be worse. So in a way, I'm actually kind of fucking relieved. But unfortunately, I don't want the story to end in the worst possible ways. Chip Chan is on an extreme end of a very, 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 very scary situation. And unfortunately, I want it to be... Unfortunately, you know, I can't just, you know, snap my fingers and make everything okay. Chip Chan deserves some goddamn help. She hasn't been missing. She is stable, but looking into her investigation and some of the people surrounding it, y'all need to kind of chill out a little bit. Let the authorities and the professionals handle it. I think she's going to be just fine going on forward. If not just fine, hopefully better and more stable as the situation progresses. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was a Chip Chan follow-up, one of the things I keep around. I'll probably make a third video if new information sort of comes out or if things get really better, because everyone likes a good fucking ending to this kind of stuff, and that's the only ending that I want to see. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.